Hi everyone, this will be my review on the Homeworx by Slack & Co. 4-wick 18-ounce candle in the scent Blueberry Cheesecake. I purchased mine at Marshall's. It was retail price $16.99. However, my friend used to work there, so she was able to give me her employee discount, which ranged from 10 to 20%. However, I purchased this during a 20% off weekend. So that made the candle like $12 or $13, somewhere around that price point. The fragrance notes list wild Maine blueberry, cheesecake accord, blackberry jam, and brown sugar crust. My particular pour date lists February 9th, 2023. All right, so let's get on to how the candle looks like. It's so beautiful. I love it how Homeworx candles illuminate, especially when you're lower down in the candle. And I really enjoy the wraparound packaging and the photorealistic blueberry cheesecake that is depicted. And I feel like it's very accurate to what you scent or what you smell. So let's get on to the strength on cold. I would give this a solid medium, so a 7 or an 8 out of 10, which that is why I purchased two when I saw them. However, I ended up returning one, and the main reason is because the performance. So the strength while burning, I would give it a 4 out of 10 with the kind of like caveat that you have to keep this burning for at least 3 hours, which is really weird because then I feel like it performed more like a soy or like a natural wax type of candle where you need to get the wax really hot in order to smell anything. So with this one, I burned it the majority. I stuck to 3 or 4 hours, which I think now knowing what I know, I would have left it burning a lot longer. Also, I feel like the scent is just too lovely for this to be the type of performance, so I'm just a little bit bummed about it, highly disappointed. So for me, I think that the fragrance is so well executed. I think if you like anything along the lines of Bath & Body Works blueberry pie candle, if you like that pie crust, just think of this as a better executed, more complex, more authentic smell. I really like that this one, the blueberry cheesecake from Homeworx, has that blackberry jam note because it just adds this very dense, deep kind of like berry medley that I feel like is just super delicious and scrumptious. And I do like that there is a heavy pie crust note. Like if you cut into the pie and like you have little bits of like brown sugar crust crumb falling onto your plate, really delicious. And despite that the picture depicts a lot of that white like cheesecake plain part, I feel like that's the scent that I get the least because when I read cheesecake, I was a little bit worried, at least with candles, if something has a cheesecake note, you always risk it turning a little bit sour or the like milk lactonic note in there to go awry or to change while it's burning. However, this one stayed pretty true because I think that the berries in here and that pie note crust are the main scents that you smell. Besides the strength being very low, I would say that this is one of the lightest Homeworx candles that I've ever purchased. I feel like it has much to do with the pour date, but honestly, I'm not sure. The projection of this is also very poor. I'm burning it in my medium-sized room, and I feel like I can't really smell it all throughout my room. I feel like the scent just kind of stays within what, like 3 feet of the candle, which is pretty poor. I've even like tried moving it to different corners of my room. However, my normal spots of burning candles hasn't helped. And I feel like I really don't want to play hot potato with this candle and like just seeing like, is this area just right? Whereas with other candles, I don't need to do that. And this is the first Homeworx candle that has given me that issue. I guess the positive sides are that there is virtually no soot coming from this candle. I feel like typically around this point, because I only have a little bit left to burn, that I would have scorch marks on the inside of the Homeworx candle. And this one, there are none. The wax isn't discolored. I didn't have the issue of the wax color changing at all or the soot like falling into the candle. I do want to say that I don't know if it's a different type of wick that was implemented. Sometimes I have noticed with Homeworx candles that you get these really big mushroom tops and they kind of like, if you don't clip them, they make the wick very unstable and either they topple onto themselves, they shift, or they fall into the wax pool and then it gets really dirty. This one, despite it being on its last burn or second to last burn, I have no wick fallout. The flames are still pretty medium size, and I think this candle, at least this particular one works or performs better when I don't trim the candles. So that's also another thing to note. Some Homeworx candles are a little bit tricky where you kind of have to see what works for you. I noticed that when I did trim my wicks a little bit too much on this candle, that the flames got really low. However, how I fixed that is that during my next burn, I just didn't trim them and it just got back to normal. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy this scent. I love the fragrance appeal to this. It's one of the most delicious candles I've smelled, and I think it's really sad that I can't smell it even right now. I have to really think about it. I think this is one of the fragrances where if you put it in an open concept, it'll just kind of disappear. But so I'm hoping that with my other pour date of Blueberry Cheesecake, that one is poured September 9th, 2022. So it's off by like a year and some months that will perform better. However, if it gives me the same issue, I'm probably going to have to put this under my top down warmer lamp. So I know some people say to buy a hurricane and stuff, but I just don't. I feel like agree that I have to buy like a $60-$80 accessory in order to make this candle that retails on the website for $30 to perform adequately. I do know that that would help. I might invest in it later. However, I don't picture a scenario where a candle that is giving you a low performance, so like a 4 out of 10, to magically jump up to an 8, which is, I think, the minimum that I expect or want my candles to perform at. But yeah, anyways, that is my review on the Homeworx 4-wick 18-ounce candle in the scent Blueberry Cheesecake. Would I recommend this? I would say no, but if there was a kind of like a button that you could, or like just you knew that it would perform well, then I would recommend it. However, given this like shoddy performance, I'm going to say no for now. I'm going to hold off on burning the backup that I have with a different pour date, and if I have that same experience, then it'll be a definite no. But yeah, overall, really love the scent. It's just quite sad that I'm getting a low strength and performance. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. If you've already burned this candle though, and you've had a great strength and throw, and if you remember the pour dates, let me know. So maybe there are certain years or months or days I need to stay away from. Thanks. Bye.